Galatians 5:22 to 23 tells us the Spirit produces love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self control. Just like the physical fruit need time to grow, the fruit of the Spirit in our lives will not ripen in our lives overnight. As we mature in our faith, all the characteristics of our spiritual fruit will grow as well. The sixth fruit of the Spirit is goodness. The word good is so frequently used in our day to day lives that it almost lost its meaning. The Bible tells us the word good actually means holy, pure, and righteousness. Literally, goodness is godliness. Goodness can often be seen in our actions, but our heart also has to be pure. The goodness of Christ is to be demonstrated in our lives every day. Psalm 23, verse 6 says, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever." The goodness described as a fruit of the Spirit is not merely moral behavior, but an excellence of character. God calls us to be filled with goodness from the inside out, being holy in what we do and say, because as Christians, we should have a heart that seeks goodness. What does goodness in the practical sense involve? An act of benevolence, a disposition to all the good we can, and selfless acting on behalf of others. Jesus repeatedly lived it by his life on the earth, when he repeatedly and willingly accepted interruptions for the sake of others, healing people on his way, leaving his intimate time with his disciples and his quiet time with the Father to teach and to heal. We can learn about the goodness in action through the parable of the Good Samaritan narrated in Luke 10. What can we learn about goodness from this kind Samaritan traveler? We learn the fruit of the Spirit of goodness involves compassion. When we allow the Holy Spirit to flow through us, we will have compassion in need. Fruit of the Spirit, goodness involves extravagant giving. The Samaritan poured oil and wine on the victim's wounds, an unexpected use of his costly supplies. On top of that, the Samaritan gave the innkeeper 2 denarii, 2 days of wages, to use for the care of the man, and told the innkeeper he would reimburse for any extra expenses. This kind hearted Samaritan hoisted the bloody, beaten man up on his own animal, not worrying about the filth he may need to clean later. Fruit of the Spirit goodness involves investment of time. Our Good Samaritan's journey was interrupted. I'm sure he had obligations to fulfill, yet he tended to the man overnight to make sure the man was stable before he continued on his journey. Not only that, he promised to return to settle up accounts. Above all, set his face towards the cross with us in mind, showing his goodness. John 12:27 reads, "Now is my soul troubled. And what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour. But for this purpose I have come to this hour." Jesus' goodness earned our salvation. So let us ask the Holy Spirit to mold our hearts to let the goodness flow through us. Be blessed.